So, let's start off with your name.
Sure. My name's Adam Curcuru. I am the Veterans Director for Cape Ann. I am a Marine Corps veteran who served from 2006 to 2010.
What was your nickname during the service, or did you have one?
Just went by last names.
Okay.
Military's oriented towards last names. I was Curcuru for 4 years.
Rank?
Was a Lance Corporal.
How old are you?
I am 28.
So where did you serve?
I was stationed out of Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I spent maybe about 4 months on Camp Lejeune when President Bush ordered the push into Iraq, the surge into Iraq. So I deployed to Iraq for 2007 and 2008, for about 7 months. I was stationed out of Camp Fallujah, came home, was home for about 18 months, stationed at Camp Lejeune. Then President Obama called for the surge in Afghanistan, so I deployed to Afghanistan in 2009, 2010 to monitor Afghanistan.
Where were you? What inspired you to join the armed forces?
Both of my grandfathers served in the military. One of them was in the Marines. The other one was in the Navy. Both at the tail end of Korea. So they didn't go to Korea, but they were kind of they're considered Korean War veterans because they were in during the time of the war, just the tail end. I'd always had it in my mind that I wanted to follow in their footsteps and serve. Then 9/11 happened. I was a freshman in high school. It was kind of the day that marked the point where I was going to go in the military. Originally I was looking into going to college and trying to go in as an officer. But after my first semester in college, there was a lot of news, negative news on what was going on in Iraq. And it was focused on, if we can win these wars. The American people weren't supporting these wars. There was a lot of negativity on who was serving. There was a lot of focus on it being mainly kids from poor parts of the country, which isn't the case, but that was the focus that the media was portraying. So at that point I said, I'm just going to enlist and join the Marine Corps now.
What was like the most important thing that you experienced in your time in the military?
What is the most important thing? I would have to say it's the whole 4 years. How the military has changed my life. Military, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. Everything about it becomes a lifestyle. You grow a passion for your country, for your community, and for doing more for the people at home, whether it's abroad or at home. So I think the biggest takeaway from the military, my biggest experience, was just kind of the whole encompassing aspect of what it meant to me and what it continues to mean to me and how it's changed how I see life.
What did you do before you volunteered, like jobs or?
What was I doing before? Like I said, I was in college. I was working, I was going to go in as an officer, and I kind of tiptoed that line for a little while. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go in, if I was going to go in as an officer, and then was kind of back and forth on that line, and then ultimately said, you know what, I'm going to just enlist.
Do you have any regrets, or would you do it again?
I would absolutely do it again, without a doubt.
How did the service in the military affect your life today?
If I didn't serve, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. I wouldn't be working with veterans. I think having a greater grasp on what other parts of the world look like make what we have at home a little bit more important to me. You know, it makes me respect a little bit more what all the generations before us did, you know, both military and regular civilians, what they've built for this country. So it's really been my avenue to, you know, to be part of that legacy that we've created as Americans, and, you know, do all I can to continue pushing it forward.
What kind of advice would you give someone looking to volunteer today?
I would say do your research. Look into all 5 branches. Look into the difference between officer and enlisted. Figure out what it is you want to gain out of it. Ask other veterans, both on the officer and enlisted side, you know, about their experience, and you know, really do your homework before you make a decision. Because again, like I said, the military is not a job; it's a lifestyle, and you have to have, you know, 110% commitment to that lifestyle.
So during your time in Iraq and Afghanistan, were you just infantry, or did you?
No, I was motor transportation.
Ah, okay.
Motor transportation by trait. When I was in Iraq, I drove a mine roller, 7-ton with a mine roller on top of it, in the front of it, excuse me. And our job was to provide convoy security. We ran late night convoys, mainly between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m. to different main bases in Iraq, from Fallujah to Baghdad to Al-Taqaddum to Ramadi to Balad, and different installations. And what we did is we provided convoy security for what are called TCNs, and they are the 18-wheeler versions of local nationals who deliver supplies to the different bases. So we deliver about 18 military Vics with about 100 18-wheelers mixed in there, and you know, provide security to them. When I was in Afghanistan, I was in a mine roller truck as a lead truck, but I was a machine gunner behind a 50 cal, and my job there was still convoy security, but it was more along the lines of maintaining the 4 crew serve weapons.
So did you see any real combat experience, or was it just maybe just easy to go?
Iraq was a little different. Like I said, we rolled at nighttime in Iraq. We were there in 2007, 2008, which was the Bush surge where things started to calm down. So there wasn't much going on in Iraq. It was mainly providing nighttime security. So they did this. This was a path to show the Iraqis that we weren't there to interfere with their normal day activities, that we had to be here for our operations, but we were going to try to work as best we could to not kind of prohibit their movement. So we worked at night because everybody's sleeping, and do what we need to do. In Afghanistan, we took the city of Marja, so there was a lot going on. It was the largest coalition of both American and multinational forces since the invasion of Afghanistan. There was a lot going on, and a lot of IEDs in Afghanistan, which are improvised explosive devices.
So did you work a lot with the locals, or was it mainly just U.S. military and that's it, or the coalition rather?
We were kind of the first jump for General Stanley McChrystal, his Hearts and Minds campaign. So under General McChrystal, his idea is that we weren't going to beat the Taliban and portray a message to the Afghan people through just brute force. We had to show the Afghan people that we had their interests in mind as well. So it was a lot of interacting with people. I had an interpreter with me, and when our convoys were dropping off supplies, we'd usually go find some of the kids in the area and, you know, have water bottle fights and, you know, share MREs and food and sit down and talk and just learn their culture and show them a different side. It's a little different experience when you see military forces in full gear, the flak jackets, the Kevlars, the weapons, it can be kind of intimidating. So at that point, we would drop our flak drop jackets, drop the Kevlars, leave our weapons behind, and me and my Terp would go off and talk with the local nationals. Let them know that we're people too.
I think, is there anything else you want to elaborate on, or is that,
No, I think I'm good. If you got anything, you want to review it and do
I
it again,
feel like-
you can always do it again.
thank you.
But do what I can to make it work for you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Right.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.